Hello students, how are you? In the last video we introduced the text of the Olympic Games. Let's today discuss the main ideas of the text. I will ask you some questions, think about them, and I will answer them too. Let's start with the first paragraph. The Olympic Games are a tradition from ancient Greece. They took place in Athens over 2,700 years ago. Now, here we are talking about the beginning of the Olympic Games and the origin. We have in the third line the verb took place. It means happened, and it's verb too. So we are saying that it happened in Athens over 2,700 years ago. So let's have the first question, which is, when and where did the Olympic Games take place first? We said the place is in Athens, في أثينا, and the first time it happened over 2,700 years ago. Now in our text we will differentiate between the modern Olympic Games and the ancient modern Olympic Games. The modern Olympic Games began in 1896. Here we are talking about the modern. It means the new Olympic Games. It began means started. Which time, in which year? This is the question. When did the modern Olympic Games begin? It began in 1896. Many of the sports we see today were at the original games. Here we are saying that in our modern Olympic Games there are some sports that happened also in the ancient Olympic Games. Now let's move to paragraph number 2. The modern Olympic Games happen every 4 years, just as they did in ancient Greece. Here we are talking about the frequency of the event. We ask about it with how often. How often means كل متى. Here is the question. How often do the Olympic Games happen? Here, the modern Olympic Games and the ancient Olympic Games, they are the same in frequency. They happen every 4 years. Paragraph 3. In ancient Greece, winners received a crown of olive leaves to put on their heads. The modern Olympic Games started to give medals, gold, silver, and bronze in 1908. Here we are talking about the awards. The awards in modern Olympic Games are different from those of ancient Olympic Games. In the modern Olympic Games, الجوائز, the awards are medals. Medals mean هي الميداليات. They give now the winners gold, silver, or bronze medals. But in the ancient Olympic Games, they gave them olive leaves, or a crown of olive leaves to put them on their heads. اللي هي تاج من أوراق الزيتون، أو اللي هو إكليل أوراق الزيتون. So, what did the winners in ancient Greece receive? They received a crown of olive leaves. But in modern Olympic Games, they now receive medals in different colors. Question number 5. When did the modern Olympic Games start to give the winners medals? يعني when did they finish giving the winners olive leaves? They changed the award to medals. In which year? Let's find the answer here. It's in 1908. Now, in ancient Greece, the games lasted 5 days. Now, they last for about 16 days. Here we are talking about the period of the games. They differ from ancient Greece and modern Olympic Games. In the ancient Olympic Games, they lasted for 5 days. يعني كان تاخد الإيفنت الحدث تبع الألعاب الأولمبية كان ياخد in ancient Greece 5 days. Just 5 days. But now in the modern Olympic Games they last for 16 days. So the question here is, how many days did the games last in ancient Greece? We said for 5 days. It lasted 5 days. أما about the modern Olympic Games, how many days do the games last now? يعني بالmodern Olympic Games they last now a bigger period which is 16 days.